delivery here, you know what I'm saying?
Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the Downfall of America. We are, in fact, live and ready to go. We need to turn the volume down. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There we are.
There
Okay.
we go.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, you know, week one, Civil War II, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
I think we're, you know, we're cooked, chat. We are definitely cooked. Shit's gonna go sideways here real soon. Everything you're hearing is recorded prior to,
You know.
well, let's see. What is today's date? Today is June 12th. So, any news that we report on, we're reporting as of June 12th. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, podcast land, you're a week behind. TikTok land, good for you.
Welcome
Current
here.
events.
Welcome to the current live
Current
Downfall of America.
Events, baby.
So, you know, it's your boys, the Midwest Sad Boys, of course. We are here with episode 106. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you hitting the like, comment, subscribe, share. Yeah, I mean, you can even open the settings menu. I don't care while you're listening to us. I think engagement is engagement, right?
Yeah, whatever you want.
As always, I'm Jim.
I am Jason.
We appreciate you tuning in for, again, episode 106. Last week you were gone, man. What you got?
Dude, I went to Ohio to do some videos for a trading card store. Mm-hmm. It was a good time. It was a real good time.
Shout out to Paul's Gamer Zone.
Paul's Gamer Zone, Massillon, Ohio. I make videos on TikTok for them. I manage their social media. I do all sorts of things, but I go up there and I make the dumbest videos. Dude, no joke. No joke.
What'd you do?
So I will say our podcasting experience has made it so I can quickly think on the fly and come up with video ideas, right?
Well, of course.
So one of the employees, her name is Mars. She was there. Shout out. What's up, Mars? She was watching me do these videos and she's like, that was good. I'm like, thank you. And I was like, give me something. Like, give me a product.
Oh, were you just doing like little
Random
handheld stuff?
Random things. I was
Nice.
like, okay, let's see. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Great. I did a video on memory cards for the PlayStation 1, dude.
So wild.
I'm like, if you're thinking, how do I save my PlayStation 1 games? I need an insane amount of storage. Right here, we got a 4-pack of memory cards. This is like 32 megabytes of storage.
It's insane.
Insane storage amount. Here you go. Like, I was the dumbest videos. I was like, give me a product, Mars.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't even see this since I'm so tall. We had these little Kirby ramen bowls. It was a bowl with chopsticks.
Okay.
Okay. She's like, do a video on that. I'm like, cool. Beep. Hit the record button, and I just went right into it. And it was like something along the lines of, you're asking Jason, how in this economy can I eat and love my fandom at the same time?
Okay.
Well, you get yourself a 45-cent pouch of ramen noodles. You come here to Paul's Gamer Zone. You grab this Kirby ramen bowl with chopsticks, and you could do 2 for 1. Like, that's it. It's easy, nice and cheap.
There you have it.
And she was just like, how do you, I'm like, I do a podcast every week. Like, 104 episodes in, baby.
5.
5 now, but 4 is completed.
Of course, right.
So
yes.
yeah, it's, you know, it's one of those things where you just learn how to talk, and whether it's good or not,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
You're listening and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
So while you were up at Paul's Gamer Zone, you had mentioned that you entered yourself into a Magic the Gathering tournament. How'd that go?
I was absolute last.
Oh, first out?
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, like, you know, it's a draft, right? So you get a pre-release kit. It comes with like 6 packs, a dice, and then you get to pick all the land that you want to make a deck.
Yeah.
It's literally all luck.
Yeah.
You
Because
could
you could get the shittiest cards.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, I'm putting, I think I had like green and red or something in my deck because that's what the cards that I had the most of or something. And it was just like, damn, dude, this is not going well for me. And I was at the point where I was cheering for other people who were playing against me. I'm like, do it, do it, do it. So like second round, I'm his best of 2 out of 3. Second round with this first guy I was playing against. And there's a card where like every turn, turns 1 through 4, there are different things that it does.
Oh.
In turn 2, if this card does damage to you, the opponent loses the game. So like you can easily block it, right? Or counter or like whatever.
That's insane.
But he used a new card. It was called Overkill that gives you minus 9,999 defense.
Okay.
So he took away my 1 monster that I had, and it was turn 2. So he attacked with that one guy. I was like, do it, do it. And he's like, you lose the game. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Glad you got to pull that off. That was awesome.
That is crazy.
It was fun though. Like, had a good time. You know, I don't care that I was last. Like,
Yeah, no, we're there for the laughs.
it was just fun. It
Yeah.
was just fun. But yeah, man, I'm never good in draft tournaments. I'll tell you.
I can tell you that the decks that we play when we play at home Magic games, you have refined those things to be the absolute most pristine, annoying versions of Magic decks. I don't think that they would
Yeah.
legally qualify for tournaments, probably because of card restrictions and things of
Yeah,
that
absolutely
nature.
not.
But at home games, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your trample deck. Fuck you and your artifact deck. The fucking indestructible bullshit. That shit's so stupid. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
I love it though. I love it. So chat real quick. Let's just see what's going on. You guys are in here. We support it. Avery,
That's a phone number.
That's a phone number.
I will not be calling that phone number.
No, thanks.
That's how we end up on a list.
Think so. Chris Waller got the #1 glitter badge and said some things.
You used gamer words there. Yeah, word. Can we
Yeah, can we
long click on that? And yeah, let's
report?
do that.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Thanks for the engagement. Hate speech.
Yeah, that
sounds
one.
good.
Yep.
Submit.
Yeah, submit. Enjoy that.
Correct. Asshole.
Hello,
Okay.
Danielle. Thanks for being here from Georgia.
From
We
Georgia.
appreciate you.
Hey,
That's rude. Why would who rocks up into a chat and just drops?
especially after getting #1 glitter badge, dude.
Yeah, like
I mean,
that's just anyhow.
brother.
Just gamer words off the rip. If I get banned for saying an H word and a G word, and this dude doesn't get banned for saying those words, the system's rigged.
yeah, it is. It is.
So let's see. So we real time, not podcast time, but real time. We're going to get tattoos tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, dude, I love you. Just texted me. You're like, hey, tattoos tomorrow? I'm like,
I got a couple hours to kill.
you're like, you got $80 in a couple hours? I'm like, absolutely, I do.
When you ask like that, I have whatever you ask for.
That sounds like just my budget of fun. I like that.
Yes, $80 in a couple hours. I mean, I've spent $80 on dumber shit before.
Absolutely.
So shout out to Awesome Tattoos in Fayetteville for their Friday the 13th flash sale going on. So everybody out in not podcast land, in TikTok land, if you have spare $80 in a couple hours, you should come on out, get tattooed with us tomorrow. Podcast land, you guys are going to be behind. Check out our new tattoos next week.
Yeah. It's
but
going
yeah.
somewhere on the legs.
Do you see
know
the
where.
sunburn that I'm talking about? You see this nice line right there?
Yeah.
The short shorts were in full effect on the beach the other day, and
I bet.
that did not go well for me.
That's funny.
So let's see, which chat you got for us here? Life updates, local love. Yep. We've covered that. So your trip back to Ohio, Magic Gathering tournament, our tattoos tomorrow. Oh, so we love a good food rabbit hole.
Oh my
You
God.
said you had some bomb food while you were back in the good old
Dude,
Ohio.
I wish I had my phone to show you pictures. Let me see if I can pull it up on my watch. I think I can.
Danielle says she has never played Magic, but she grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which is basically the same thing.
It's
I'm
pretty
kidding.
close. It's pretty close. That's
Hey,
a good game.
You know who's here? Liz is here.
This is here.
While you're
What's
looking
up?
up your food photos, let's see what chat's got going on.
It's only got favorites. Oh dang, I can't pull it up here.
Bummer.
Either way, so me and Sean, shout out, what's up, Sean? We went to a place called Bella Sarah's in Massillon, Ohio. So what's really funny is I had just eaten Panda Express with Nick and Derek, and Sean joined us, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't eaten lunch yet." I'm like, "Oh, if you want to go somewhere, like we can go."
Yeah.
So we go, and he's like, "Man, they got the best pepperoni rolls here." I'm like, "Ooh, I do like a good pepperoni roll,
Dog, I haven't had a pepperoni roll in so long.
dude."
Dude.
They were literally this big.
Holy Jesus.
There was 4 of them for like $11.
Podcast, you can't see the size of his hands, but it looks
at
like maybe like a small unripened cantaloupe.
Yeah, it was absolutely huge, but it was so good, dude. Like no joke, best pepperoni roll. Like I tried going there the next day.
Just to get more.
The parking lot was closed.
Arnar.
Yeah, so the parking lot was closed, so we had to go somewhere else. So we go to this place called Chibo's, or I don't know, something like that.
Dang.
It's in Waynesburg. Either way, the place looked odd from outside. We're like, that doesn't look open. I'm walking up and I'm like, this looks like it was like a theater, right?
Danielle says she's been there. The Big Papa sandwich is chef's kiss.
Ooh, okay.
You must not have gotten the Big Papa sandwich.
I did not. Pepperoni rolls. But I went to this place and walked inside, and it was like a theater. So like it was very open. Like
wait, hold on. Maybe I missed it. You said it's a theater.
it was a theater. So
like
there's just
like an old movie theater. Okay,
there's
continue.
just tables everywhere. So it was interesting. So like I was a little, I don't know, is this going to be good or not? It was Italian food. So I'm like, okay. And the special on Saturday was chicken parm.
Oh, fuck! I love some chicken parm, bro.
Love me some good chicken parm,
Oh, yeah.
brother. So first they brought out the rolls. They were like, they also were like this big.
Jesus.
Wonderful. Very good, right? Chicken parm comes out. Homemade noodles. Fresh fried breaded chicken. The sauce was homemade. Everything was great. And there was cheesecake with cherries.
Not a big cherry guy, but I'm here for it.
But I mean, either way, love it. So I did that. It was great. Okay. And then that night I go back to the Gamer Zone. We're playing some prop hunt at the Gamer Zone after I finished doing some videos.
What console or what game were we playing prop hunt on?
Black Ops 6.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So we're playing some prop hunt. And then my buddy Nick, shout out, what's up, Nick? He's like, man, I really want some pizza. I'm like, dude, I could go for some pizza.
When can't you go for some pizza?
Right. It was 11:15 at night. And
Perfect time for pizza.
yeah, so then we're like, you know what? Let's get some let's get a $5, quick and dirty, right?
A $5 quick and dirty.
Yeah, the hot and ready. Yeah.
Oh,
But it was
not
like-
the hot and ready.
But it was like 11:30 at night. So hot and ready, 11:30 at night.
you
it was
mean to tell me that
wonderful.
you had all this good ass food and then you set it on little squeezers? Come on,
It was
bro.
good though. Dude, it was good.
I don't know. They've gone downhill. So personally, I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I support getting food with friends because we love that.
Yeah. Or real quick in chat, is this podcast going to get interesting, guys? No.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here, though.
Let's see what else. Belisara slaps. Rome wants to know if we were. Are they roommates?
No.
And we
At
are
one
not.
point, we almost were, and we were going to get a turtle named Speedy Claxton.
That is a true story.
It's a true story.
We almost did have a pet turtle in our apartment.
Yeah.
that we did not.
That we
own
almost
yet.
had.
Crazy.
Almost did. But you know what? It is a good day to have a good day. What's up, Landon?
Oh, Landon's back. You know we love a good Landon story. Keep us updated, brother. How's it going? Let's see.
Oh, but then real quick, last
yes,
one.
Sorry.
We had burgers from this bar.
Uh-huh.
You think it's just like regular bar burger, right? Should just be nothing, right?
No, dude, sometimes bar burgers are the best.
It was absolutely incredible. It had brisket. It was a potato bun, brisket, mac and cheese on a burger. And the fries were like fair fries. It was absolutely incredible. I love a good food story.
Do you recall any of the names of these places other than Belisara's?
Nope.
Man,
So sorry, guys.
great product
Too
placement
busy.
here.
Too busy eating.
Yeah, too busy eating to remember where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's okay, man. We'll just have to go the next time I'm back. Oh, we're back there together.
Yeah, that'd be.
All
Good time,
right.
good time.
Good times. Back in good old Blowhio. Personal opinion.
There's not many good times in Ohio, but if you're eating food that's good, then absolutely.
Fair point. So, there was recent announcements in the tech world that the new Apple iOS is going to be started calling by different names now. Do you heard about that one?
Yeah,
So we're
iOS 26.
Yeah, so we're going all the way from what? iOS 18 all the way up to 26.
Now they're just doing it by the year now.
Good, because that's less confusing for people.
Yeah.
So what are some of the new features that you said you had some opinions on, good sir?
So a lot of the features are cool. There's a lot of stuff that they even did for like podcasting and stuff with like using AirPods and on iPads. So when you're doing like a video chat, that makes it easier. So it actually records in full quality, full resolution, and you can share it with somebody. If you're doing podcasts from across the country or whatever, across the world, you can both record yourself and it uses your recorded video, not what you're recording on the screen. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
it's
yeah.
way higher quality. So they did some podcast stuff for iPad. iOS is getting a bunch of new features, but the one thing that is just like distracting me from all of the good is this stupid glass look that they are putting on everything.
Not a fan of that one.
Dude, I am not looking forward to Windows Vista.
You saw those memes,
Dude, it's all it is. It's so bad.
I mean, you have to admit it's very on brand for Apple. Taking something that another tech company has done many, many years ago and then just rebranding it in Apple fashion and being like, ooh,
Dude.
look at this. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm an Apple fanboy through and through. I will probably continue to have more iPhones and I will never change because once you've had one, it's very hard to get away from it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Same way.
So, I mean, now we can finally change the background of our iMessage, just like Android could do 15 years ago. Like you said,
It makes your phone look cheap if you have backgrounds behind your messages. Honestly, if you ask me.
To personal opinion, maybe Megan and I want to have a cool picture of the two of us as our. If you
You're
don't,
allowed. You're allowed.
If you don't want to set the photo,
I'm not
you
trying
don't
to
have
ruin
set
it for
the
somebody
photo.
else. I'm not trying to ruin it for somebody else.
I'm going to go ahead and set our chat photo to the most ridiculous thing I can find.
I know exactly what it's going to be.
The fuck it is. I know exactly what you're doing. No, the fuck it isn't.
Jim's contact
That
photo.
is so funny. The fact that I knew immediately what photo you were referencing. And I will change it to something equally as ridiculous. So, Apple likes to take something that another tech company did. We've got the photo for the iMessages now. We've got the window glass screen that kind of looks like
Windows Vista.
Yeah, Windows Vista. And what was the other one that I saw? So now when you're charging your phone, it now tells you how long until it's fully charged, as if, we should have had that fucking years ago.
That's so, cool, but I don't need this.
Yeah, such a useless feature. And they were like, ooh, check out this super cool new feature that we're going to put out on iOS 26. And you're like, what, did we really need that? You couldn't come up with anything else?
This information does me no good because as soon as that message comes up, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, right, for real. So, do you have any other opinions about the new iOS features coming in iOS 26?
I will say, like you said, no matter what, if I don't like it or not, I'm not leaving it.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably more entrenched in the Apple ecosystem than I have ever been.
True.
The AirPods Max, Apple Watch, the iPad, the MacBook Pro, the phone, literally everything.
I just pointed at 9 different things and
Yeah,
you have them all.
So I'm in it. I love it. It's great. I love the conveniences of it, especially being a content creator, a photographer, just airdropping stuff back and forth. Oh my God, it's the best.
Yeah, I will admit that is a feature that I wish I could do on my computer. Just being on my phone and then just point it at my computer and swipe up and it just appear. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, let's see what else. Trying to think anything that I saw in any of the highlight videos from this weekend. And I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, I think there's going to be features. There's always going to be features that are repurposed or recycled from other people. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of it that I'm more excited for is the iPad stuff because they're almost making it more like an iOS on the iPad.
Yeah, I did see that multi windows,
Yeah.
like an address bar. Now you can there's a cursor that you can get on there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's almost like a flat screen laptop. So shout out to Apple for actually kind of making advancements on the iPad OS.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of my iPad. I love it. I like more features for that. I just wish it wasn't stupid glass. Make that an option.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
want it. Make it an option for other people, but I don't want it.
Fair point.
I don't like the see-through of everything because Derek sent me screenshots of what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because I could install it right now, but this is the first time I'm like, no thanks. I'll wait till they force me.
Yeah, right. I'll wait till I have to get it.
Yeah. I don't know.
See, does chat have anything to say about the new iOS features? Nothing there. Well, both of the lists are here
Dude,
now.
both the yeses are here.
Chat wants to know, did you guys see the plane crash in India where only one person lived out of the 240-something passengers? Did you hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
So there was, again, today, June 12th, there was a plane that had taken off. It was leaving India, and it was on its way to London. And there was 240 some odd passengers. And unfortunately, this plane, I believe they're reporting as of now, the plane lost power, which is wild, but also completely terrifying. Now you're literally just strapped into this giant metal tube, hurtling back
No
towards
one checked
Earth.
the battery, huh?
They
The
forgot.
low battery light was on, and they'd like, oh man, it was covered. There was tape there. I didn't see it.
You know, like when you take a battery out and you like put it back in, but it like doesn't touch the little spring, and you have to like
Push it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they forgot to do that on the airplane.
Damn.
So unfortunately, this plane did crash aggressively, and all passengers except one unfortunately passed away. So they are now trying to like interview this dude who survived, and like man was like sitting like front row in this plane, and like he looks pretty rough, but like could you just imagine? I can't, and I hope that I never have to experience this, but just sitting there and being like, well, this is it. This is how I go. Man, I hope I can like make a quick phone call before I splat into the ground, and then the whole thing goes up in flames and you manage to walk away. Brother, you must be Superman. You gotta be Superman.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine though? Like, maybe he saw it happen. He's like, oh shit. And just like go in here and like grab a seat real quick and be like, hey, what's up? I'm the one guy that survived. Just like a publicity stunt.
Yeah, right. You get on a plane and everyone's like, fuck.
You know
Everyone
what I
else
mean?
is like, damn it. Not this guy.
This guy.
Not this guy.
I don't know. That's sad though. That's really unfortunate.
Dude's gonna be a billionaire. Abso-freaking-lutely. He better sue the living shit out of that.
He's gonna own it.
I want it. Don't quote me. I think it was a Boeing. Shockingly not shocking. I did see a comment that said the Boeing hitman is now just doing wholesale. So not that was very rude. However, chat wants to know, what do y'all think about goth chicks? The answer is we're here for it. And she says, chat says, I know that airline is sweating thinking about how he lived. Yeah, dude, he absolutely is gonna. He better just make out like a fucking fiend with whatever lawsuit comes from this whole deal. And all the families who lost a loved one on that plane should also get compensation. Because
Absolutely.
who knows why it lost power, but it's unfortunate and it is sad. Chat wants to know if they missed us kissing.
Speaking of making out, no, you did not miss it.
That's on the Patreon on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's the OnlyFans. That's where like our feet pics are as well.
You gotta better be careful saying F words like that.
Yeah, it's
Chat, we might get banned for that.
it's like $600 a month. If you want to sign up, you can see my feet.
Yeah, we'll give you whatever you
They're
want. For that
size
kind of
18.
price.
You want to see these bad boys? I'll dip them in whatever you want for $600 a month.
Absolutely.
It's like a feet pick retainer. Like, hey, dip it in pizza sauce. Absolutely. Send the check. You know what I mean?
BOIS
In
on
this
that
economy, I will absolutely start diving into feet pics for anybody interested.
check. Yeah, right. For real. Honestly, R&R. See?
Oh, why? Sexual activity and services.
Yep.
no.
You said it this time, not me. All right, so podcast land. While this is still happening, Jason is getting the live set up. So we got banned a third time on TikTok. This time, apparently, for selling sexual services. Because Jason said
No.
for $600, I will dip them in
we go
anything you
back?
want. There's no way we can go back. You just have to like turn the live back on. But that is
If we
so
can.
funny, dude. Yeah,
It's suspended.
we got banned again, everybody. Dude, this
No.
is ridiculous.
They're so strict.
But chicks can be out here showing their butthole and just be whatever.
You can breastfeed on
YouTube?
TikTok, but you can't talk about jokingly selling feed pics in this economy. Oh my god! You know what? Hold on. We're making a quick video.
I'm fucking weak, dude.
Okay, hold on.
That is so funny.
All right,
How
we're
do
making
we-
a quick video. Podcast land. You're wait. All right, guys. I think TikTok just loves suspending our account because I mentioned selling feet pics in this devastating economy that we're living in, because it is spiraling downward, and I'm willing at this point. But because we offered to sell feet pics, TikTok's like, sorry guys, your account's banned again.
Third time.
I'm very sorry. Thank you so much to everybody who is chatting. We're still not going to kiss for free, you know, so, but thank you.
See you next week,
See you
everyone.
next week.
Oh, man.
Dog.
Well, so, okay, now that we're not on TikTok, now we can get into the real nitty gritty topics.
No.
Because, you know, shit that'll actually get us banned. Dude, this is so funny to me. It's like TikTok. TikTok they just don't want us to podcast anymore. They really just don't. I have watched people do absolutely ridiculous things on TikTok lives, but you can't jokingly talk about selling feet pics and end up banned. But, you know, here we are.
I am unable to in this economy right now.
Can't even right now, right? Such a white girl can't even. That's 3 bans in 4 weeks. That is so.
This is so dumb, dude. We're not meant for live streaming with these level of restrictions.
Yeah. We're just too risky, man. We just like talking about risky shit, and you know, the world's just not ready to hear it. We talked about Bonnie's Pump and Dump for like
30 minutes
at nauseum and fucking didn't catch a ban. I said the word heroin and gambling, and we caught a couple 3 days.
And I joked about selling feet pics because the economy is getting a little rough, and then we get banned again. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to show you the picture of these pepperoni rolls while we're waiting to be.
We had a
appealed.
sex doll on TikTok Live for an hour and a half. Didn't catch a ban. Well, she did have Sparkles McSticker Tits did have stickers over her nipples. So, you know, we weren't doing any nudity.
I cannot even.
We have talked about, well, this was prior to those pepperoni rolls do look pretty fucking fire, not gonna lie. Let's see. Well, this is prior to TikTok. I'll say we talked about sex positions for an hour. Didn't catch a ban. We didn't even get banned on YouTube for that one.
Dog,
We
I
have
can't
had the
even.
whole sex doll saga. Haven't caught a ban on any platform yet. But you jokingly say heroin. You jokingly say the word gamble. And jokingly offer to sell feet pics. Although TikTok doesn't know that we were not being serious, because we're definitely not being serious. Hey, BOIS,
You know?
BOIS on the check. We'll do whatever you want.
I just cannot right now.
Get the bag,
dude.
sis. So, okay, let's wrap up this episode. Well, not wrap up, but let's
at this
get
point.
into the final topic of the day, because
God.
this one is going to really ruffle some jimmies. This one's going to really get some feathers in a tizzy.
Talk about getting Jimmy's ruffled and you get banned again.
Hey, not in Pride Month. You got to be careful ruffling your jimmies. Oh, hang on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeeted my phone
so mad.
into existence. All right, so at the beginning of the episode, I joked about the downfall of America. So for real though, how do we feel about Civil War II Electric Boogaloo, brother? What's your thoughts on it?
You know, I feel like the stuff happening in California right now is wild. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many people that are breaking laws, and none of them are normal people. They are all the officials who are going out and dragging people out of their homes and all this stuff, dude. It's absolutely wild. But that's what happens when you have a, dictator.
So, what kind of just drives me into the side of like none of this makes sense and everything's fake, nothing's real, and we're all just doomed for all of eternity. Shout out to Harambe, brother. We miss you so much, because that's honestly when we crossed over into the dark timeline.
My guy Harambe.
It's shocking that, like, Philadelphia, right? They win the Super Bowl, they riot, they set a bunch of cars on fire. The National Guard doesn't get deployed on them. The fucking Marines don't get deployed on them. I understand that they weren't fighting the police, but like there was multiple videos of all kinds of crazy shit going on in the city of Philadelphia after they won the Super Bowl, right? No one blinks a fucking eye. A couple of people who are standing up for human rights for those who are being illegally detained. And suddenly we've got the armed National Guard. We've got the LAPD out in full force. We've got the Marines showing up. Now, I understand the point of ICE is to catch illegal criminals. Full support, full stop. If you are here illegally and commit crimes, you should not be here. I think everyone can agree on that. If you do bad shit, you deserve what happens to you. However, some of the people who are having bad shit done to them do not deserve the bad shit that is happening to them. Mm-hmm. They have done nothing wrong. They are here with a purpose. Most of them are fucking tax-paying individuals. I don't want to call them citizens because we know that they may or may not be citizens, but they are tax-paying individuals. So I'm not smart enough to understand the logistics, but if you have done nothing wrong or have committed no crimes or are doing the civil duties of what a U.S. citizen should do, right? You show up, you go to work, you pay your taxes, you send your kids to school, right? Like if you're doing the things that the American dream promised you, and you get fucking picked up by these non-government associate, troops, I feel like you have your right to fight back. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? No. They're taking these women from their children, and they're taking children from the parents. And it's like, hold the fucking phone, guys. Like, I get it. I get what you're doing here, but I think you're going about it the wrong way. I'll pause for a second. Go ahead.
No, it's wild to me because I can't remember everything, but I saw a post where someone was talking about it, and like there is like a fine that you will pay if you are like, what was it? For being like an illegal immigrant. If you get like arrested or something like that, there's just like a fine that you could pay, and then you have like every right to like appeal it and all that kind of stuff. But like this isn't what's happening.
Right.
They're like taking people out of their homes, which they can't do without like a just cause. Mm-hmm. So like the whole thing, like my personal 36-year-old dude opinion who lives in the South, right, is that this is all just because
your privileged opinion. Fair.
Yeah, we have a dictatorship, and the guy's got a small pee-pee, and he's trying to get power.
Oh no!
He wants the appearance of power, and that's really all it is. It's like he's giving these people the power to do these illegal things and not doing anything about it. Like it is absolutely illegal. And once the courts, I believe, get involved in this,
hopefully,
there's going to be arrests of these departments somehow. Hopefully, so a rightful prosecution for the wrongdoing that is happening right now.
I agree. So you know what is something that I find funny about what did you call it? These. Would you call it a task force? What was it? You literally just said it. I can't even think of it.
I don't even know.
Anyhow, these forces of people, it just makes me giggle that they all want to cover their face and they all want to have these masks on, right? I would like to see a Venn diagram of these ICE agents that suddenly are okay with wearing masks now. 5 years ago, I will never put a fucking mask on my face. Abso-fucking-lutely not. I can't breathe with a mask on. But now, here we are 5 years later. Suddenly, all these motherfuckers got masks on, and they're running around, fucking bulletproof vest, shit on their waist. I know, you know that shit heavy. You know LA hot. Like, I'm calling bullshit.
So here's the difference. One, you're getting paid to wrongfully attack people, and told that you're doing your country justice. But on the other hand, someone's telling you to do it so you don't get sick or get your elderly family sick who's more prone to diseases, or your friends or anybody else sick.
God, the logic.
You make money, masks are fine.
Yeah, suddenly it's okay. Yeah. Just, I don't know, man. It just seemed a little strange to me that 5 years ago, I will never put a fucking diaper on my face. I'm not taking away my fucking freedoms. And now here we are. It's like, hey, man, you want to slap a mask on and go cosplay as a military dude? And you go do a little military drag show and run around and like illegally obtain people? You just got to put a mask on your face and run around in your military swag. And then these dudes are fucking lining up to go collect motherfuckers. I don't know, man. I also have a problem with, and we talked about it last week. It's very easy to get fooled by AI videos these days. This one was and is and will never be an AI video. Did you see where the Australian news reporter got smoked on live? Okay, so this Australian news journalist lady, she was at one of the riots sometime podcast time last week, IRL. It was like 3 days ago. She was there at the front lines doing her reporting. She's got her little microphone and she's talking about it, blah, blah, blah. And the camera kind of pans a little bit to the side. And you see this one dude just for no reason. Like, nobody was like rushing at this man. No one was throwing anything at him. He literally just picks up his little gun, points it at this woman, shoots her with a rubber bullet right in the back of the leg for no fucking reason. So it's like, I just don't understand why, or what the justification is for wanting to harm individuals who are doing no harm to you. Isn't the whole motto the whole "don't tread on me" thing? Like, don't fucking tread on my freedoms. But then the second someone's like, hey, check out this video of you guys doing a bunch of bad shit. Whoa, now, hey, you can't be doing that. We can't be having you filming us doing all kinds of bad shit. I don't know, dude.
They want to do it, but not have the repercussions.
Crazy.
It's a world we live in. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So, just,
So in real time, again, not in podcast land, this is going to be happening last week. So anything we say happens to be prior to the actual event taking place. But this weekend, are you going to tune into Trump's Pride Parade?
No, absolutely not.
No, you're not even going to watch it just for the memes, for any gigs?
No.
Dude, what if hypothetically some shit goes down and you miss out on watching it live?
That's fine.
I'll catch up on Reddit later.
I'll catch the clips. Yeah.
I'll get the highlights on Live Leak in a week.
It's fine.
So yeah, dude, I was telling you, I was giving you a little brief tidbit off air before we started. So this weekend, I believe, is the 250th anniversary of the military or the army. It's one of the branches. It's like their birthday. It also just happens to fall on Mr. Trump's birthday. So they claim that it's not a birthday celebration, just to be very clear.
Right.
It is very much a military appreciation parade. All for it. That's fine. You can call it whatever you want it. But I just, I don't think we had any of these prior to 250, which is a long fucking time. I give you that one. Oorah, baby. It just so happens to fall on his birthday, and it just seems very North Korea-like to me, We've seen the videos of them doing their big military parades, and everyone just laughs and claps along because they know if they oppose, Kim Jong-un? Mm-hmm. Is that his? If they oppose him, you'll suddenly just end up missing.
You get Boeinged.
Yeah, you'll get Boeinged immediately. So
gone.
It just the Trump Pride Parade just screams, for show to me, and it all just sounds like a big dick waving contest. Like, look at all these fucking cool tanks we've got, and check out all these cool fucking F-15 fighter jets that we're gonna have fly over.
Yeah, catheter and all, dude. Just
You saw that one too?
Oh yeah.
That's so funny,
dude.
You were talking about the big pee-pee energies. I couldn't tell if it was big pee-pee or big catheter.
Dude, I don't know how they found a tube that small, but good for them, I guess.
I'm fucking weak. So where I was going with this is, it just screams, coming from the Department of Government Efficiency, and we're trying to cut back on wasteful spending. It just, I don't know, make it make sense, chat. How are we going to blow $45 million on this parade?
It's because Elon's gone, dude. He's not making the government more efficient anymore.
Fair point. How are we going to spend $45 million on this parade to inflate Trump's already inflated ego? $15 million we have already set aside They have already stated 15 million of the 45 million is going to be to fix the roads in Washington D.C. that these tanks are going to fuck up. They already know that these tanks are not going to do good on the asphalt and the roads, and in Washington D.C. is going to be under construction for God knows how fucking long. And that alone, $15 million fucking dollars. I love
that we're paying for that.
I'm so hyped that we can't feed kids in schools and we can't take care of veterans who come home from wars and they want to kill themselves 22 every hour. Or is it 22 every day or something like that? We got a lot of people who could use a lot of help. And we would just rather just have a big old dick measuring contest in the middle of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, but we can just, plan to destroy some roads and then fix the roads after for a parade that is pointless.
Yeah. It's so funny to me that it's in the middle of Pride Month. Like, as much as that whole team inside, whatever you want to call them, cannot fucking stand the Rainbow Crew, they are just willing to have this big old parade where they've got their flags and they've got their shirts and they've got their hats and they're just waving around all their MAGA pride. It's like you see the irony in what you're doing, right? Everybody just take a second. The things that you hate that the Rainbow Crew is doing, you guys are doing the exact same
you might
fucking
as well just
thing.
add the M to make it like MLGBTQ.
Dude, get the fuck out of here. Their brains would literally fucking
They were
melt.
like, no, I'm not that. I'm not part of that. Goes outside, burns MAGA hat. You know what I mean? Like,
Weak. Oh. That's so funny. Although I wouldn't want to disrespect the Rainbow Crew like that.
no, we support them.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
absolutely support them.
Just crazy to me, dude. I know I'm gonna I can't wait to hear the text message I'm gonna get from my father when he hears this one. I don't know, dude. It's just so frustrating that like not even just them, just the government in general. It's like, oh, we've got to cut down on wasteful spending. We're cutting fucking Medicaid. We're cutting goddamn Social Security. We're cutting this, all the things that fucking help people. We're cutting it. But we're going to have this fucking dope ass parade. And then we're just going to spend all kinds of money on dumb shit that we could have spent on other things to help people. It just make sense.
That's the equivalent. You ever seen those memes going around lately where it's like, I went out and bought dinner and went out and bought groceries. They were expensive this week, and it was like one bag and then a Switch 2. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be spending money on this, but we'll spend money on this though. Hell yeah, brother! America Party 2025. You know what I mean? That's all it is. We can't spend money on schools.
Yeah, no.
Fuck schools. You know,
fuck them kids. Fuck them old people. Fuck the homeless veterans. But we're going to have a big old pride parade.
Yep.
Crazy. While we're on the subject of politics, have you been keeping up to date on the war in Ukraine?
No.
So, let's talk about some good news.
Oh, I like good news.
So, the Ukrainian military has been successfully performing operations that have been vastly delaying or destroying Russian military equipment. So there was this big operation that they successfully completed where they had like a shit ton of drones hidden in. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they had all these drones that were hidden in these like 18-wheelers that somehow got through the Russian checkpoints, right? And they stationed them wherever they were supposed to go. And then whenever the mission was like ready to take off, they hit the fucking switch and the 18-wheeler, like the roof opened up or it like opened. I don't know exactly how it all worked, but the roof opened up and these drones started like flying out of this 18-wheeler. And then they like flew to the Russian airbase and they started just like fucking peppering their like fighter jets and shit. The videos looked so fucking cool. And they had confirmed that they took down or destroyed or, damaged these Russian fighter jets. There was like 15, 20 of them that they stopped or blew up or things like that. So that's a big win for Ukraine. And what's crazy is when you hear and this could just be the media. So, maybe it's fake news. Maybe it's just, different sides reporting different things. I'm willing to admit that I haven't heard from both sides. So just take that with a grain of salt. You hear of when Russia does bombings. What are they usually bombing? Do you know? They're usually bombing hospitals and like schools and buildings that like people, civilians live in. You never hear of the Russians bombing the Ukrainian military bases, probably because their fucking equipment is better and it stops them. But so when you hear of the Ukrainians doing, the counter bombing, they're hitting Russian military bases.
They're not there to hurt people. They're there to stop the war.
Crazy. Isn't it wild? But somehow we, and I use the term we loosely, we decided to be buddy-buddy with Mr. Putin.
Yeah, definitely not we.
Right. But we decided to be buddy-buddy with Putin, but when Zelensky comes over and he maybe doesn't have a suit, or maybe he doesn't say the word thank you, we just fucking dunk on this dude who's fucking trying to survive a goddamn war, but we'll go over and hang out with Putin and we'll take a big old gold jumbo jet from Qatar. Wild.
Dude,
I don't know,
I'm
man.
waiting for Elon to have in this fight that they're doing right now.
Oh, their little pitter patter.
It's so funny. I'm just waiting for him to just drop these real truth bombs and drop proof, because he's probably got it.
Did you see he has already backtracked and said he was sorry?
No, he's not.
Wow. So I agree with you. He's probably not. It's probably a facade.
He's just afraid of getting Boeinged.
Yeah, bingo. But there was a tweet on X from Elon, and it says, "I'm sorry for all the mean and hateful things I said about Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah." And the comments are all like, "Oh, so you're cool with being like buddy-buddy with the the pedophile and the PDF file." Sorry, if I were to say that on TikTok, I know we'd get banned for that.
We get banned for everything now.
So the replies were all like, "Oh, so you're cool with being, buddy with the PDF file and the felon again." So it's like, was he in the Epstein files or not? Because you can't have it both ways. He either was or wasn't, and you said he was, and now you're backtracking. So was he or wasn't he? We all know he is. Let's be real. We all know he is.
100%, dude. You saw how he looked at Kevin McAllister in that hotel.
I'm weak. I'm fucking weak.
Just saying, man.
I forgot that he was in Home Alone. That's so crazy.
That's a real throwback.
And we elected this man twice. That's wild. Speaking of elections, not to get all fake newsy again, but did you hear that the Supreme Court is pushing through the lawsuit, injunction, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is called, about the voter fraud?
No.
So there has been some, there's been a bunch of numbers that have been coming out of ballots that voted down ballot for Democrats in all of the other races that were happening, but magically or however you want to phrase it, but they didn't vote for Kamala in the presidential election. So it's like, wait a second. Now, again, I very well understand that this could be the truth, right? No, you didn't have to vote in the presidential election, but you are certainly welcome to vote in all of your local elections, right? You didn't have to bubble in one of the choices. So there very well could be real ballots that did not vote in the presidential and voted for the other ones. I get it. But the overwhelming numbers of these ballots that they have found that voted in the local elections, but didn't vote in the presidential one, or where Trump won by a complete fucking landslide in places that have historically and in the current election voted blue. They found that he had won by like crazy margins. I don't know, from the guy who screams about a bunch of fucking voter fraud and still won. I don't know, dude. It seems a little shady.
It's almost like he did it the first time. It didn't work the second time. So he doubled down the third time.
I don't know, man.
Dude, just nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah.
I watch so much TV, so many political dramas. I watch so much TV. This stuff literally happens all the time.
Yep.
And it just wouldn't surprise me because, again, we've said it a billion gajillion times in this podcast. People in power want to stay in power.
Yep.
So
Yup.
there's no way it didn't happen. and that's not just saying it's just him. Like in history, it's probably happened a bajillion times across many different platforms. But especially with him, I don't.
It's just now we have access
doubt
to
it.
the internet where we can have information at literally our fingertips in a moment's notice. So no matter what, you're right. It's probably
man.
it probably has happened before. It's probably going to happen again in the future, and it's not shocking when things come up in the news and you're like, nah, and then more information comes out and you're like, fuck. So hypothetically, let's say that the Supreme Court does find all of this information that it was fake, and let's just say that Kamala did win. Do you think there is going to be an absolute fucking civil uprising of do you really think this dude's going to leave the White House? You think this dude just be like, oh, sorry guys, you got me.
Definitely not will. I mean, he'll deny it until he's blue in the face. Which is a very different, it's the opposite shade of what he is. Teal and orange are opposite on the spectrum. So he will argue it until he's blue in the face. But if they have actual facts,
it's fake news, dude. He won't care. It's just wild.
No, he'll find some way of getting those people just mowinged.
Yep.
They'll disappear. They'll have a heart attack. Dude, I'm literally watching a show right now. I'm not going to say what it is because it is a spoiler for the latest and last season where they needed to have somebody unalived and they went to this big business that all you do is say, this is what I want to happen. And they're like, okay, it'll either be a car accident, a heart attack, or suicide.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, okay, do you want to do it? I need you to verbally say it. Yep. Cool. We'll have it done.
That's wild.
So like, dude, you don't just think of these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair.
So I don't know. Politics are stupid.
Nothing. Yeah. I get that I'm very uneducated when it comes to these things, but like, you just have to you have to realize that like everything is fucked right now.
Dude, you just can't convince me otherwise. And I'm just trying to live my best life, just ignoring all the shit that's happening. That's it.
My apologies for bringing you down.
No, it's fine. It's for the casty, But like, I'm over here. I'm just playing guitar, writing music, taking pictures. Did you see that
tattoos.
Deer, you see that deer picture that I posted the other day?
I did see your right here, 52 minutes.
Ooh. Yeah, and
That
like
was a beautiful one. It
dude,
was a good one.
so random. I walked up to the spot because we were doing a senior photo shoot for Sean's son Hayden, and I'm like, there's a deer there. So I took the picture, and that's when they saw me, and they ran a second after that.
That's crazy.
But like,
Well, they saw Sasquatch in the woods, and they're like, "Oh fuck,
dude, not again!" But like that picture is once in a lifetime. Like I literally pulled up to the side of the road,
yeah."
got out of the car. Oh look,
You didn't have
Ran.
that luck when we were in Scotland trying to get them sheeps.
dude, I went through the trenches for them sheep. Sheep,
R.I.P. them noble shoes.
dude, they're still kicking. They're great.
They're still covered in sheep shit from Scotland.
Those things got soaked. One last thing I want to touch on.
Yes.
So, quick update from last week. The Sydney Weenie soap
Yeah.
sold
okay.
out in seconds.
Literal seconds.
Literally seconds. I had it in a cart. I did try. Just because they are online for like $300.
That's fucking
I would have
bonkers.
resold it.
That-
At that point, I would have just got it to resell it.
You
Because that's
think-
a lot of money.
Do you think anyone? I'm sure that there are some goobers out there who are actually paying for it, but like,
100%.
dude, why? Like, I get it, like what the point of it is, but also why? Why are we spending money on dumb shit like this? If you buy a bar of soap for like $20, right? Because you actually need a bar of soap.
$8 is all
It was $8. Okay, so fine, right? You buy an actual bar of soap for $8 because you need to like actually take a shower and wash yourself. Full support, right? But like to just willingly throw away $300 fucking dollars over a bar of soap that probably contains a drop of air quote bathwater is absolute bonkers, bro. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. And real quick, I do want to say as well, Taylor, I am sorry for the things that I said on the podcast. Little disrespectful. I am sorry. I would have taken you at the dinner with that Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap money.
Yeah,
though.
after he sold his bar for $300, you'd have been going out to a very expensive dinner.
Nice,
You'd have
nice,
felt
nice, expensive Chipotle dinner.
expensive Chipotle.
Anymore, dude, that's-
you could get guac, baby girl.
Yeah, anymore. That's like a $3 sign on Yelp. Go to Chipotle. You want chips, queso, guac on it, queso on the burrito, 2 drinks. Dog, that's like $45. That's a $3 sign meal on Yelp.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
Anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Chipotle is no longer fast casual. It is now upgraded to like semi-fine dining.
Yeah, just wanted to say that. Also, in a quick update, our appeal was denied, so we are banned from lives for 1 week. It's not even 3 days this time; it's a week.
Well, when you catch 3 and 4 weeks, I'm sure
But this is the only one that actually counted against us. So, like, we now have an actual like warning strike on us.
That's so funny.
Yeah, dude. Like,
All because you tried to sell feet pics.
we actually have like because we
the
had a
first
first warning
warning.
and that got taken away. So when you said the H word,
Well, you can say it. We can say it on the podcast.
when you said heroin the first time, it just got our live discontinued. And then we mentioned gambling, and then we got
the thing is,
suspended
not
for
even
3
saying
days.
gambling. I said lottery tickets.
Yeah, lottery tickets. We got 3 days, but we appealed it, and they're like, okay, fine. You weren't talking about like gambling,
Actually gambling.
And then we talk about feet pics, and they're like, no, we know what we heard.
We heard you. We heard you. $600 feet pics OnlyFans. We that's all we need to
That's
hear.
where I went wrong. Was I said sell feet pics and $600 in the same sentence,
Yep.
and that's it. But whatever,
so,
man.
you know what we need from you guys? We need you to go hit the like, comment, subscribe, follow, share buttons because that drives all the numbers up. So maybe one day this unpaid internship can become a paid apprenticeship.
TikTok was trying to pay us before they started banning us.
Yeah. So we got demoted back down to unpaid
Just little
internship.
bitches. That's all we heard of them.
Make sure you go to the website, MidwestSadBoys.com. Scroll to the bottom, check out the P.O. box, send us a self-addressed stamped envelope. I know stamps are a little high right now.
$1.56.
So for $1.56, send us a couple of envelopes and some stamps. We'll mail you some stickers, some free stickers. It cost you $1 and some change to go. You could probably find $1.50 worth of coins on the floor.
Just go panhandling for a few minutes.
Yeah, just literally ask somebody. Well, honestly, who carries cash these days? But I'm sure you can find $1.50 worth of coins in your couch cushion or underneath the front seat of your car.
Yeah.
Send us a couple envelopes with some stamps on them. We'll send you some
stampy boys.
stickers.
That's it.
That has been episode 106. What is making sounds? What was that?
Oh, it was my phone.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That was episode 106. We appreciate you sticking around for our incoherent political ramblings at the end there. Thanks for sticking around through life updates. Check out next week when we've got new tattoos. We'll put some pictures up on the socials. We're going together. You should take your camera. Take your camera and we'll make a little sad boy vlog.
Believe it.
Make sure you check out the YouTube. We've got some fun videos up on there, and yeah, man. I mean, just thanks for hanging out, everybody. We ramble an hour a week, and you willingly take an hour out of your day to listen to us say goofy ass shit or say dumb shit about politics that we really don't quite understand. And it just genuinely warms my heart that you guys are here.
We
Thank you.
appreciate it very, very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So with that being said, as always, I'm Jim.
And I am Jason.
And this is your midweek Sad Boy update. Make sure you find us on all of the places where you can listen to podcasts, MidwestSadBoys.com. Check us out on all the socials, blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much.
Like and subscribe and share.
Yep, all of them, man. Appreciate you so much. We'll see you next week, episode 107. I promised an ASMR mukbang a couple of weeks ago. I completely forgot to talk about that, so I'm actually going to do good on that one. So we're going to bring an ASMR mukbang next week so Jason can get uncomfortable with mouth noises. And yeah, stay tuned next week, and we'll see you then. Love you. Say it back.
Let's do surf music again.
Surf music. Oh, good choice.
Sounds good, dude. 50s milkshakes, classic cars, Dairy Queen. I don't know. That's
Some
what I'm thinking.
sock
now.
hops at the diners. Fuck yeah, bro.
People riding up roller skates, bringing you your food. Love that. Let's do it.
I miss A&W. Highway 55. Shame those places closed down. I just don't think kids know how to roller skate no more. Really, is what
That's
it
the
boils
problem.
down to.
No balance, dude.
The floors are very uneven.
Yeah.
Don't trip and spill your milkshake all over you. We'll see you next week, everybody. Stay sagile.
Bye.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
exactly.
Bye.
Love you. Say it back.